Hi everyone. I'm Rick Kirkham of ProactiveComputerSupport.com, and today I'm going to tell you about the Windows replacement, or at least the operating system that can start right alongside of Windows, called Linux Mint. Now, first things first, I got to pay the bills and I need your help. So consider, please, my eBook, the Big Plain English Computer, Cell Phone, and Tablet Help and Tips eBook. You can find the download for that right here at proactivecomputersupport.com/computer help ebook. Help is now available. Whoops. Sorry, I'm trying to get to it. I see what happened. There we go. Okay. So help is now available for Google Drive, the Microsoft Office 365 replacement. That seems to be the theme today, right? Replacing Microsoft, or at least working with other things besides Microsoft. Microsoft has been putting in up a lot of bad updates lately, and a lot of people are looking for other options, and this is definitely one of them. And I can definitely help you with your Gmail account, your Google Drive, and I can take all of your emails and we can import them into Gmail. And then when you reply, you would reply as your regular email address. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's take a look. Let's see if I can move that again. A couple more things. If you insist on using Windows as your main computer operating system, go over here to Save Computer Backups. And if you're an individual user, download my program to back up your Windows computer files, because it's not if your computer will crash, it's when your computer will crash, and are you prepared for that? So go there. And if you're a business, then instead go to, once again, proactivecomputersupport.com and click on here, 30-day free trial of Dr. Backup. That's a managed backup system. And yes, I get paid a little bit for that if you order through my link. So that helps to support my efforts to help keep you informed. And that's something I really enjoy doing. But let's get in and show you Linux Mint. I'm already on Linux Mint, by the way. Do you see any difference when you're online? No. That's because I'm using Google Chrome web browser, which is the most popular web browser in the world right now. So there's no difference. I'm going to try and move this again. So if I create a tab, then here I am. You will recognize this already. Watch, oh, something, okay. YouTube's got commercials now, yay. But now let's say if I go and I minimize this, now it's going to look a little bit different to you. You notice upper right hand corners where you minimize stuff, just like you do in Windows. Now it looks a little bit different. There's Linux Mint. You could tell that's kind of a fancy looking LM right there, right? And here is your program menu. Okay, so instead of having a picture of a Windows logo, you have an LM right here. But when you click on that, it's almost just like Windows 10, except actually more like Windows 7, because Windows 10 got all that gobbledygook on the right-hand side, which was a leftover from Windows 8. That was when everyone said, no, we want to keep the program menu, and Microsoft said, well, okay, we know you want to keep the program menu, but we're getting rid of it anyway. So, that was a flop. And Windows 10 came out, and we had our program menu back. Some people may not know about that. So if I go up here to Internet, I've already installed Google Chrome, but it comes built in with Firefox web browser. And the way that I installed Google Chrome was real simple. Linux operating systems especially Mint, which is great. In most cases, your printer and everything like that just installs automatically. When I install this at the school where I substitute teach, then it just automatically installed the Brother printer. And that's one thing I haven't talked about yet. Let me just share something with you here. So in-home tutoring Honolulu, that's a little service I used to give back to people. And just to kind of explain, maybe even to toot my own horn a little bit, so to speak, I looked for a Linux Mint tutorial that I might be able to share with people, and I couldn't find one that talked about basics. And I believe that part of the reason for that is that I'm actually a trained teacher who became an in-home and remote computer tutor and repair specialist. In other words, I was taught how to teach. That's a huge difference. And I spent a long time teaching senior citizens and small business people. And you learn how to say stuff like right mouse click for a menu, left mouse click for an action. And of course that shows the source code right there. Just the HTML, not the PHP. And anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. And let's go back to here, because in order for me to install Google Chrome, it was so much easier than Windows. All I did was go into administration here, and then I went to software manager, and Linux Mint, along with a lot of the other popular Linux operating systems, such as Ubuntu, for example, and Ubuntu, which I install on older and slower computers, it comes with its own built-in software manager, where if I want software, all I have to do is do a search right here, and I can download and install the software without having to look all over the place on the internet for it and take a chance on getting a virus. And that brings up another good point. Windows is the most popular operating system in the world. Linux is probably the third, but being the third, it gets 5% or less of use, so the hackers aren't even paying attention to it. Now that means that I'm not even running antivirus software on this computer, and I'm a computer expert. So I'm pretty confident in Windows. Sorry, I'm not confident in Windows. So I'm pretty confident in Linux Mint here to stay protected. I'm doing some other things, like using an ad blocker and things like that, because that's where you get a lot of your viruses. And a lot of those fake viruses where people make the phone call and then they end up getting duped into giving their credit cards or gift cards. If somebody wants a gift card, that's pretty well a clue, right? But once again, going back to here, there's accessories, Chrome apps, there's graphic programs. All of this stuff came with the operating system, including LibreOffice, which is a Microsoft compatible office suite. Now, furthermore, if you do most of your work online and for some reason you're not using Google Drive, then you're probably using Microsoft 365, which used to be called Office 365, which means here's OneDrive. OneDrive has a free office suite. Just going up to OneDrive into the applications, into the apps, and you can sign in with your Microsoft accounts. And once you do that, you can go into OneDrive and use Word and Excel and everything like that, just like if you were on a Windows 10 computer. And it's actually a little bit safer because as I've told everybody, even with a Linux Mint computer, it's not if your computer will crash, it's when your computer will crash. And are you ready for that? So that's why let's see, let me try and move stuff out of the way here. Sorry. There we go. That moved. So that's why I'm real big on people going with the safe computer backups. In fact, I wanted to show you that again, but I can just click the link to get you there. Sorry about that. Okay. Here's one of my links right here, I think. But in any case, be sure to download my programs if you're using Windows 10. And once again, let's see, hold on. I know where that is. There we go. Save computer backup. So be sure to download that. But I'm kind of meandering off. I'm letting my ADHD control me right here, right now, and I've kind of learned how to control that, actually through the use of martial arts, by the way. But once again, don't be afraid of using Linux Mint here just because it sounds different and it's not something that you're used to. You can dual boot off of Linux Mint. To download Linux Mint, you can go right here to, you don't want to download it if you've never installed an operating system. You actually want to order the link off of Amazon, and here's a link for you right here, proactivecomputersupport.com/mint, and that will take you right to Amazon with my affiliate link. So once again, that's something I make maybe $1 or $2 off of, but it does help to support my efforts so that I can continue to tell you about things like this. And I'm going to move this over again. I think you guys can see that on Linux. And so once again, don't be afraid of using Linux here, especially if most of your work is online. Here's my printer right here, just like you normally see over in Windows 10. And once again, program menu, file manager is right here. And I clicked on it, sorry. There we go. Is that gonna work yet? Okay, let's try this one. There we go. I already had it open, that's why. And desktop, documents, download, music, pictures. Anything you need. And if you're using this as a dual boot, in other words, let's say Windows crash, like let's say with one of those profile issues that I have to repair once in a while. So you let it boot into your Linux and then click on the OS right here for operating system. And then you'll be able to find all of your files right here. You go down to users, double click on users, and my profile name, of course, is in Home Computer Help. And then there's all of my stuff right there. Here's my Google Drive, downloads. If I look real hard, I'll probably find documents. There they are, documents. There's my desktop. This is my Windows 10 desktop because I'm dual booting. So if I double click on that, you'll see a bunch of stuff that would be on my Windows desktop if I was in my Windows 10 computer. So yes, you can access your Windows 10 computer files from Linux. I do that sometimes as a means of rescuing files. So there's another tip for you. And that's all I can think of as far as this goes right here. So be sure to visit my website and just get a hold of me if you need me for anything. I will try to put these links down in the description of the video for you. I've seen people that didn't do that, and it was frustrating trying to remember all of this stuff, where the links are and everything. So that's it. So think outside of the box and take care of those pesky bad Windows updates by simply not using Windows anymore, or having, at the very least, an alternative operating system such as Linux Mint that you can boot up to. And that's it. So enjoy your computers, whether they're Linux Mint or Windows, and God bless you.